Hello, I'm your Kingdom Spiritual Transformational and Life Purpose Life Coach and Mentor, Latricia Booker. And we are here to be empowered, to heal, to get delivered, to get free. We know who we are. We elevate our minds and our spirits and raise and expand our consciousness to ultimately walk in our true divine purpose and power. And that is the truth of who God has created us to be. Kingdom people, we are history makers, we are world changers, we are dream successors, we are wealth generators, we are manifestors, we are curse breakers, and we most definitely are transformers, more than meets the eye. Yeah, Kingdom people, we are. Kingdom people, thank you all so very much for viewing my videos. Thank you for all your likes, subscribe, shares, for all your financial contributions to my channel, for all the seeds that you so generously sow into me and my ministry, for all of your comments and feedback, for all your bookings and purchases, for everything that you do here, Kingdom people. Thank you. And so, Kingdom people, I am on location, and I'm here to break these chains. Y'all ready to break them? Let's go. Let's activate. Let's elevate, Kingdom people. Let's go. Kingdom people, the curse is reversed. The curse is reversed. So here's the thing. God had been speaking to me about, for some, I want to say, some months now. A few months or so. He had been speaking to me, you know, after revealing some things to me, you know, about certain people, including family members, or revealing more to me, should I say. And he had also been speaking to me about how, you know, when we were growing up and throughout a lot of our life, you know, we were involved with people and we were in families that were cursed, that are cursed. And so what happens, Kingdom people, is this. Unfortunately, sometimes people are cursed. Families are cursed. They have a curse on them. That's why the generational curse breaker is needed. Because people that went before us, including our ancestors, our elders, they didn't break the curse. They live in the curse. They live under the curse. And so what happened is, growing up, sometimes you sense these things, but you didn't understand what they were. And the way God brought it to my attention, he explained to me, you know, that feeling that you always felt, it was always a feeling of heaviness. It was always a feeling of just feeling like you had to, like, not so much you were stuck, but everything was a push and somewhat of a struggle. And you just could feel these certain feelings around the people that you were around, including your family, including your caregivers. And Kingdom people, let me be clear, that doesn't mean everybody that you were around. It doesn't mean every caregiver, or, you know, it's not everybody, but many people that you have encountered are walking curses, so to speak. They are cursed people. And again, it's mainly your family or those that you were around a lot. Because what happened is this, Kingdom people. People that do not, they have some brokenness in them. They have insecurity. They have low self-esteem. They have things that they didn't deal with. They didn't resolve some inner conflict that they have. And so, and what they do is, instead of dealing with them, they internalize them on other people. Or should I say externalize them on other people to internalize. I'm going to say that again. They project and or internalize that, externalize that onto others, and this includes you, so that you would internalize their pain and their trauma as your own. And so many a times, just being around these people affect you in a not so good way. Because again, that's a curse. You're among people who are cursed. You're among people who are not healing and doing the work. So naturally, you being among them all the time, you feel that it affects you. And so yes, in some ways you were under a curse. You were. And so, but God's hand was still on you. God's hand was always still on you, which is why the curse was reversed, because God kept his hand on you. And God kept his hand, as he kept his hand on you, you continued, you did the work. You found your way. What you were not doing is trying to inflict pain on others. What you were not doing is trying to inflict your trauma on other people, as you were actually receiving from other people. And you've had many experiences where where this has happened. Even if you didn't understand it at one point, what was happening, you feel when somebody is trying to downplay you or cause you harm. You feel that in your spirit. Your spirit knows, even if you're still around them and you're just not clear on what's going on. But that's the curse that's on them, and then they're trying to make sure you stay under the curse. And so again, the way God was showing this to me, it was like, you know, he took me back to my childhood first, and was just reminding me of that feeling that was there. He was just speaking to me like, remember that feeling? You know, he was just showing, I'm like, yeah, it was like that. It was like a drag. Now, don't get me wrong, I had good times too, but it was, the good times was usually when I was around, well, sometime with the cursed people. But it was always a feeling with them. It was always a weird feeling with them. But again, when you don't know and understand these things, but like I was saying, God brought it to my attention and it took me back to remember that feeling. And I said, yeah, I do remember that. And he was showing me that's the curse. And what happens, Kingdom people try to burden you, put burns on you, which is the same thing as cursing you. They want to hold you down. They want to stifle you. They don't want you to rise up. And why, Kingdom people? Because they're cursed. People know that they're under a curse. People know that they have stifled themselves in their life. And what God have shown me too, some of these people have sold their souls to the devil. They have taken an oath. They have taken an oath with the devil. And so it's just naturally their job to do. But again, you know, as I said, before we come to this place of later adulthood and throughout our lives, they're constantly doing things to keep us bound. Being around them feels bound. You know why, Kingdom people? It kind of is, because you're amongst a curse. Or should I say, you're amongst people that are in a curse. But remember again, God has his hand on you. He had his hand on you, and he allowed you to walk through all that. Yes, you went through a whole lot, but again, that was all God training you, molding you, keeping his hand on you so that you can get the most out. I just heard, so that you can get the most out of the curse, so to speak. But really what I want to say is, so you can get the most out of your experience. In other words, when he bring these things back to your remembrance and to your attention, you understand. But throughout your life, you pushing through a lot of curses. You pushing through. And these people are bound. I just heard or were, because maybe some of them getting free. I don't know. But these people are bound, so they can only put boundness on you. You can only be free from free people. When you're around free people, or people can only help you be free when they are free. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, these people were trying to again inflict their burdens on you. They want you to be burdened. And even if they weren't trying to, that's just what naturally happens, because that's what they are. That's what they come with. And so, you know, that it was like God brought this to me too. He said it's like it was always a dark cloud over you. And it did always feel like that. Again, I had fun times too, but it's like that dark cloud was there. It was always just there. I wouldn't say in the fun times, but you know how if the fun times is over, you back with that feeling. And sometimes in the fun times, you could still feel it. I could still be somewhere that's supposed to be enjoyable and fun, and it was, because I know how to enjoy myself. But sometimes you still feel that feeling. It's there, and that's because you're among people with a curse. You're among people that are bound, and you among people who want you burdened and bound, people who don't want you free, Kingdom people. So God is saying the curse is reversed. They thought they had you under a curse. You were among a curse. You were among a cursed people. You were among, I just heard, cursed friends. You may have even been married to people who was a curse, work with people who was a curse. But here's the thing, and they try to put curses on you. Cursed people try to curse you. But we know that whom God has blessed, no man can curse. And you are a blessed people, God, Kingdom people. I want to say something else. God's people, Kingdom people, same thing. Y'all can be God's, y'all are God's people. But Kingdom people, you are blessed. And because you're blessed, they couldn't curse you. They couldn't curse you. God already ordained you blessed. Yet you felt the curse. And God is saying now that curse that they thought they was putting on you, that curse is reversed. You was never cursed, but they were trying to curse you. Again, people who are cursed want to curse blessed people. That's just their nature. That's just what they do. And because they saw and knew the spark and the life in you, they went in on you to curse you. And again, they know that they're under curse. Cursed people know they curse. They just put on in front because they have to play the role. They can't make it obvious that they're cursed. But once your God opens your eyes to what's really going on, you can actually see the curse on them and in them. You can see it. And God will even take you back to some things and some scenes and show you. And you can and make you see it clearly. But God, for you, God is saying that the curse is reversed. You weren't really never cursed. But the curse that they think put on you is reversed. And what does that mean, kingdom people? They already cursed. But the curse they were trying to put on you, reversed back to them. They're cursed with the curse that they tried to put on you. It reversed. It went back to them. Cursed with a curse. They cursed with a curse now. Because the curse they tried to put on you went back to them. So they triple, quadruple curse. I just heard 100-fold, 1,000-fold. I'm going to stop there. But they're cursed with a curse. The curse is reversed. The curse they wanted to put on you. And like I said, some of these people been doing this for years. And some of them still trying. But God is saying the curse is reversed. And they know it. These people know that the curse that they try to put on you is reversed on them. Which doubles and triples, like I already said, 100-folds, 1,000-folds, their curse. But this is the scripture God gave me concerning this morning. 1 Peter 1:18-19. And it says, "For you know that God paid a ransom to save you from the empty life you inherited from your ancestors." I'm going to read that part again. "For you know that God paid a ransom to save you from the empty life you inherited from your ancestors. And the ransom he paid was not mere gold or silver. It was the precious blood of Christ, the sinless, spotless Lamb of God." So because you've been purchased with the price of Christ's blood, you have been freed from what it say here, the empty life that you inherited from your ancestors. That's an empty life, and that's the empty life that those that try to put that curse on you are living. They're living an empty life, which goes back to why they have to put on. But again, kingdom people, you can sense that, you can see that, and you can really sense and see the curse on them, the curse in them, here on them and in them, because they're cursed. They live in that empty life that the ancestors left them with. Now, as far as the ancestors go, it doesn't necessarily mean the ancestors were bad per se. But sometimes what I've learned is people curse your ancestors, and the curse may have fell on them, and or if they weren't doing what God. Sometimes if you're not being led by God and doing what God's telling you to do, you can be cursed. Let me just say that. But also, it just wasn't in their authority. They just wasn't chosen to break the curse. You know, some happened to them. They probably inherited the curse from before and generations before, and no one never broke the curse. You are the curse breaker. You the one that's breaking the curse. That's why the curse is reversed, because you breaking the curse. They cannot curse you. No one can curse a blessed man or a woman. No one can do it. They can try and try and try, but all that curse is going to do is reverse right back on them. And so, kingdom people, because you're the generational curse breaker, it was up to you to break the curse, which is why your ancestors didn't do it, which is why your elders didn't do it. They were cursed. I hate to say it, but they were cursed. Doesn't mean some of them were not blessed. Let me be clear. There could be a curse overall, but when God has his hand on you, you're blessed. I'm very aware of quite a few people in my bloodline. A few of them are no longer here that were blessed by God. But they were among people with curses, especially including among their family. It was passed down to them, but God blessed them. But God had his hand on them. So the curse didn't really overall affect them. However, they were not the curse breakers, because you are. So kingdom people, understand that it's been a curse all along, brewing all around, just there. But it could not penetrate you. In fact, it reversed back to anybody that attempted to curse you. And it reversed horribly. Pray for your enemies. Those who are still alive, should I say. Yeah, kingdom people. But whatever the case may be, whatever who did what, trying to curse you, being under the curse, being around the curse folks, the curse is reversed. Ain't no cursing you. The curse is reversed. And that's all I have to say about that. So if you like this video and or if it resonates with you, please just go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Then click on that red subscribe button and subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so. Thank you. Also click on that bell right next to that red subscribe button so that you can get a notification every time I upload a new video, something like this from Kingdom People. Also, if you're interested in any of the services that I presently offer, if you're interested in listening to my podcast show, if you are interested in purchasing my book, The Girl in the Mirror by Sheila Brooks, if you are interested in purchasing merch or any products, you can find all that information right down below in the description box, along with other helpful resources. So Kingdom People, I love you all so very much. You all know I don't want to leave you, but I do have to go right now. But I will be back to hold my Kingdom People down. Now, with that being said, much love, light, and peace, and many blessings to you all. Above all else, let the Holy Spirit lead you in all things at all times. Kingdom People, we are untouchable, we are unmovable, we are unstoppable, and we are unbreakable. That is my time. Jesus Girl is out. Peace.